Hello everyone. Today I am making the world famous Sindhi onion pakoras, which are very popularly and lovingly called as sanna pakoras by the Sindhis. So for which the ingredients are, this is 300 grams of gram flour or besan. This is 2.5 medium onions finely chopped. This is fresh coriander leaves. We need ginger in a good proportion. So this is about 2 to 3 pieces of whole ginger pieces, 2-3 inches long at least. This is 4 green chilies. This is anardana or dry pomegranate seeds. This lends a very unique tangy flavor to the pakoras. Then we need salt, oil for deep frying and for adding a little into the gram flour, water to make the batter, and this is soda bicarb or food grade soda to make the pakoras swell a little. The first step what I am doing is I am dry grinding the coriander along with the ginger, the chilies and the dry pomegranate seeds or anardana. This I am adding the pomegranate seeds also so that they won't come into the mouth and in the teeth. So I am not adding any water to it, I am just dry grinding it. So here is my dry grounded coriander, green chilies, ginger and dry pomegranate. Then I will add this entire mix to this dry gram flour. Then next I will add this onions. So you can see that the quantity of the onions and the ginger is a little more, I will say, but yes, that is what is needed and that is what will give it its nice flavor and make the pakoras nicely flavorful. So now I am adding salt to it and I will add 3 tablespoons of oil. Now I will mix this entire mix first just by itself without adding any water at this stage, and then I'll add the water slowly to make a thick batter. Now here I have just mixed the batter. I have not added any water yet. And now it is essential that we use the hands when we really want to blend in all the love and passion and good thoughts into the food, and we must not shy away of using our hands. Of course they must be clean, no doubt about it. Now we must bear in mind before adding water that onions release water slowly, so therefore we have to be very careful with the quantity of water that we add, and it must be added little by little. So now here you can see the batter which we want has to be a dense consistency. It should not be very liquidy, very runny. If it is, then you will not be able to make the pakoras the way they are meant to be made. So the water has to be really very sparsely added, very little by little, because if it gets any runny, you will have to add an extra batter to make it denser and thicker. So if you can taste this batter, and if to adjust the seasoning, of course you can add salt if it's less, and if you want it more spicy you can add more green chilies grounded, or just add the red chili powder. Now if you'll see, I've added very little water of this cup. It's less than half quantity what I have used, and now I'll keep the oil for frying, and only when the oil is heated I'll add in the soda and mix the batter again before starting to fry the pakoras. So I'm adding half teaspoon of this food soda now. So this should help in giving the required aeration to this very dense flour. I'm adding just a little bit more. Now I will mix this all, and the oil is now kept for heating. So now we will very quickly start deep frying the pakoras. I am testing the oil to see if it has reached the required. Yeah, it is there. Now I will keep the temperature to medium. We do not want it to be very high. And now I'll quickly start adding these balls of the pakoda. So this is the dripping consistency which we need. Now what we are doing is we are not going to be frying them fully. They will be half fried. So the insides will not really be cooked, and which we will need to fry the pakoras a second time. Now since this is gram flour, we have to ensure that there are no lumps in the batter and it has not become very runny. Now I am just going to make them in these small batches because I do not want the oil to either become too hot or become too cold. Now we're just removing it very quickly. We do not want them to, even this has become a slightly more red colored. We want it just like this light. So now after removing this, I'll add the next batch of pakoras for deep frying, and I'll show you what we need to do with these ones which are still raw. Now this second batch is ready to be removed of half cooked pakoras or half fried pakoras, and I will repeat this process until all my pakoras are ready, half cooked, and to be taken to the next step to refry them again. So here our half cooked pakoras need to be broken into 2 pieces, or if you find them to be even bigger for your requirement, you can break them into 3 pieces if you like. So here this is, you can see this is our half cooked pakoras. This will be cooked fully when we fry them the second time. So the Sindhi pakoras are double fried pakoras. Here they are hot, so mind your fingers please. Yeah, but this is what will make them the delicious pakoras, Sindhi pakoras that they are. So now here all the first batch, the entire first batch of half cooked pakoras are ready. So we've broken each piece. Now as we can see, now we have to break them when they are really hot. We don't have to wait to break them when they cool down. So that is something which you'll have to bear with your fingers, or you can wear the gloves or do something, or maybe break it with a knife if you like it. So now here for the second time, what we want is, we don't want the oil to be hot. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding this one piece to see if this is the correct temperature of the oil. Now because they are raw, much raw, so I don't want them to brown immediately. So the temperature of the oil does not have to be more than medium high. In fact, it would be nice if it's a little low medium heat. So this is just to test before adding the pakoras for deep frying again. So this is the right temperature when I would want to add my half cooked pakoras in. So now I'm adding. I will not be adding too many, too less at a time, but just a medium batch, because we really want the pakoras to get thoroughly cooked now. We don't want to have any burnt pakoras or any undercooked pakoras. Now the gas is on slow. Once the temperature is set to the correct temperature of the oil, I'll set the gas to low. So now we just want them to nicely get fully cooked in this. Since these pakoras are really dense, so the aeration in the pakoras is really necessary. So for this recipe, I would recommend that the soda bicarb is added. Otherwise, the pakoras will become very crisp, too crisp, or they'll be too hard to eat. So here we can see these are now nice light golden. I will just want them to get slightly richer in color, because I don't want to take any chance of the pakoras remaining uncooked inside. So I will just let them to get slightly richer color on the outside. So here the first batch looks fully ready. So I'll remove it, and I will not tamper with the temperature of the oil by increasing or removing it or anything. See, it looks fully cooked. We'll check it now once I've removed this. Yes. To see if it is cooked. See, there. It's nice and soft in the center and fully cooked. This is just how we want it. We don't want it to go completely dry inside. Otherwise we will not be able to eat it. They have to be nice and soft inside and nice crunchy on the outside. Now, there are two more things which I would like you to keep in mind. Is one, that we don't want to keep turning these pakoras very frequently. So just once or twice during the whole process, because since they are broken, we don't want crumbles to come out, and they will just be too crunchy. So the other thing which you can do is these small tiny pieces, you can just put them in the last round and put all these nice big ones first. Otherwise these will take longer to cook, and these will simply just become fully crunchy and too hard to eat. So that is one thing. And since they are very dense, we don't want to have very tiny pieces. Otherwise they will be like this. And then not everyone can enjoy a wholly crunchy pakoda. So to have that crunchy texture outside and the softness of the pakoras inside, it needs to be a nice sized pakoda too. So there I would request you to keep these 3-4 things in mind when you're making, and don't rush this entire process. The second round of frying is a really slow frying process, so it will take its time, but it doesn't take that long also, as you can see. Here a lovely bowl of piping hot Sindhi Sanna pakoras are ready to be relished with chutney, sauce, ketchup. Had it with bread by itself as you would like it. I hope you love them as much as I love them. Do try and make. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much for watching.